Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo!
Some athletes are great, and then there are those rare players who completely reshape a sport. The kind who make you pause, watch again, and wonder how they just pulled that off. In women's basketball today, one name rises above the rest: Caitlin Clark. She's packing arenas, dominating social media conversations, and earning respect from NBA legends who openly admit she's unique. Clark isn't simply scoring points. She's redefining expectations, breaking records, and forcing the league to adapt to her style of play. When Shaquille O'Neal calls her the truth on a rival player's podcast, it shows this moment is bigger than hype. It's a piece of basketball history happening in real time. The real discussion is no longer about whether she's talented. It's about how far she can elevate the game before the sport has no choice but to follow her example. At the center of everything is skill. The headlines, debates, and business success all come from one basic reality: Caitlin Clark.
Clark, a deep burst!
Triple double for a rookie. Caitlin Clark has it!
On the court, she performs plays that make fans stop scrolling and replay highlights again and again. Her range, vision, and confidence stand out immediately. Begin with her shooting ability. She pulls up from nearly 28 feet as if it's a standard shot. Logo three-pointers, deep step-backs, and off-the-dribble attempts with defenders closing in. For Clark, it looks routine.
She's a beast! Clark from the logo! She gets it out of that left hand.
During her rookie season in the WNBA, she knocked down 122 three-pointers. That set the record for the most by a rookie and became the second highest total in a single season in league history. She finished just 6 behind Sabrina Ionescu's all-time mark, and she did it in her first year. But the story wasn't only the number, it was the level of difficulty. Against the Washington Mystics, Clark buried 7 threes and dropped 30 points in front of a crowd exceeding 20,000 fans, one of the largest audiences women's basketball had seen there in years. That night, her average shot distance reached 24 feet, the longest recorded in the league that season. Yet she's not just a shooter. In many ways, she might be an even greater passer. Clark set the WNBA single-season assist record with 337 assists, not just for rookies, but for any player in league history. She averaged 8.4 assists per game, the highest in the league and among the best averages ever recorded. She also broke the single-game assist record with 19 against the Dallas Wings. 19 assists. In that matchup, she either scored or assisted on 66 points, surpassing Diana Taurasi's previous record. Those 19
Clark connects! The first logo bomb of the season from Caitlin Clark.
And she didn't accomplish that milestone just once. She did it twice. The first came against the New York Liberty with 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 13 assists. No rookie had ever posted that type of stat line in a single game before. She achieved it against one of the league's strongest teams. What truly makes her game special is her basketball intelligence. Watch closely, and the small details stand out. A subtle pump fake that freezes a defender for a split second. A cross-court pass delivered before the double team can arrive. A change of speed in the pick and roll that forces defenders into the wrong decision. Fans noticed it first. Players noticed soon after. Eventually, even legends had to acknowledge it. When Shaquille O'Neal called Caitlin Clark the truth, the conversation changed. He said it while appearing on Angel Reese's podcast, someone he supports strongly. If anyone might defend Reese in that rivalry, it would be Shaq. He even asked why
Clark, there she goes again. Yes!
You have to guard Caitlin Clark even before she crosses half court.
Shaq compared Clark's influence to Steph Curry's impact. He wasn't joking. He explained that Curry didn't initially look like the traditional superstar, yet he transformed basketball with skills people hadn't seen before. According to Shaq, Clark is creating a similar shift. She's executing plays that have rarely been seen this consistently. Then came the moment that grabbed everyone's attention. Shaq admitted he once doubted her because of his loyalty to LSU and his connection with Reese. He sometimes watched Clark, expecting her to miss, but she kept making those shots repeatedly. He explained that if someone tells you 10 times a player won't make that shot and they continue proving you wrong, that player must be special. This wasn't a commentator chasing.
One of the all-time great NBA players, 4-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, and host of the big podcast.
A man who has witnessed greatness throughout his career looked at a 22-year-old rookie and admitted he had never seen something quite like it. Social media immediately exploded. Fans were shocked that Shaq praised Clark on Reese's own show. Jokes spread, quickly suggesting every episode somehow becomes a Caitlin Clark discussion. But behind the humor was a serious moment. When someone with Shaq's experience publicly changes his opinion and labels a player extraordinary, that recognition carries weight. Stephen A. Smith also joined the conversation, saying the league must protect its brightest star. He compared the situation to how the NBA once had to safeguard Michael Jordan during his rise. Clark's influence on ratings and revenue meant the WNBA had a responsibility to ensure she could compete without being constantly targeted. The debate shifted from questioning whether...
I just want to pitch this to everyone. Imagine Caitlin joining this team and spending time on the bench.
Talent creates opportunity, but hard work keeps you there. This part rarely trends online. The league certainly didn't give her an easy start. If anything, it challenged her immediately. She played 11 games in her first 20 days as a rookie. The speed was faster, and the physical defense was tougher than anything she had faced before. At the same time, the media attention surrounding her never slowed. Her team opened the season 1-8. She committed 10 turnovers in her first game. In another, she scored only 3 points. Critics quickly argued the hype had been exaggerated and that college success wouldn't translate to the pros. The difference was simple. Many people...
Obviously, it was a big adjustment going from college to the professional level. There's a lot of areas that you have to learn, and you have to learn very quickly.
As the season progressed, she adapted. She learned which passes worked at the professional level and which ones didn't. She figured out where teammates preferred to receive the ball. She began recognizing double teams sooner and controlling the tempo more effectively. When the Olympic break arrived and she wasn't selected for Team USA, she turned that disappointment into motivation. In the 10 games following the break, she averaged 24.7 points and 9.3 assists. The Fever went 8-2 and recorded their first 5-game winning streak in years. She shot above 43% from the field and 37% from three, while taking more.
Clark catch and shoot, hits a three.
So good on that pin down action.
After the break, she averaged 23.1 points per game. Over a full season, that pace would rank near the league's leaders. But her development wasn't only statistical. Early in the year, she reacted to defenses. Later, she controlled them. She dictated tempo, ran the offense confidently, and elevated the confidence of her teammates. That type of growth comes from relentless work, studying film, practicing extra hours, and refusing to let a slow start define your season. The Fever improved from 13 wins the previous year to reaching the playoffs. Clark finished the year averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds, while shooting above 90% from the free throw line. She won Rookie of the Year almost unanimously.
When I called your name to the stage as the #1 pick in this year's draft, you held the Indiana Fever jersey for the first time.
She was also selected to the All-WNBA first team, becoming the first rookie since Candace Parker in 2008 to achieve that honor. Accomplishments like that don't come from talent alone. They come from discipline and continuous effort. Away from the court, the numbers were just as impressive. Clark signed an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal with Nike, the largest sponsorship agreement in women's basketball history. She partnered with Wilson, State Farm, Gatorade, and several other major brands. She even appeared...
WNBA draft The WNBA draft is this Monday, and Iowa star Caitlin Clark is expected to be the #1 pick.
Appeared on Saturday Night Live. Time magazine named her Athlete of the Year, and the Associated Press honored her with the same title. But endorsements represent only part of the impact. An economist estimated that Clark generated about 26.5% of the WNBA's total economic activity during her rookie season. More than a quarter of the league's financial movement connected to one player. Attendance in Indiana jumped from roughly 4,000 fans per game to more than 17,000, setting new records. Across the league, attendance surged whenever she played.
First player in Division I history, men's or women's, with 3,000 points and 1,000 assists. She makes the right reads.
Some teams moved games to larger NBA arenas simply to handle demand. Television ratings also set records across several networks. The draft that selected her drew the highest viewership in league history. Over half of WNBA games became sellouts. Merchandise sales increased by nearly 500%. Out of the 24 league broadcasts that surpassed 1 million viewers, 21 involved Clark. She earned just over $76,000 as a rookie. Yet the financial value.
The WNBA draft is this Monday, and Iowa star Caitlin Clark is expected to be the #1 pick. Here to comment is Caitlin Clark.
She created for the league reached hundreds of millions. The WNBA even opted out of its collective bargaining agreement partly because of the revenue surge she helped generate, hoping to raise player salaries in the future. Her rise isn't just advancing her career, it's lifting the entire league. Before Clark's arrival, the WNBA had exceptional stars who rarely received major media attention. Talents like Aya Wilson performed at elite levels without constant headlines. Arenas were often only half full, and media coverage remained limited. The gap between the WNBA and NBA seemed permanent. Clark didn't close that gap alone, but she pushed the door wide open. She demonstrated that women's basketball, when centered around a truly extraordinary player, can capture mainstream sports audiences. She proved fans will show up when given a reason. Now, fans organize their schedules around the Caitlin Clark experience. They watch from home, purchase her jersey, and fill 20,000-seat arenas because they don't want to miss the show. And her influence reaches far beyond a single season. Young girls across the country watch her launch logo threes and begin believing they can do the same. They see her threading no-look passes through defenders and fall in love with basketball, just as earlier generations did watching Curry, Magic, or LeBron. Even after she left Iowa, the program sold out season tickets. Crowds continued filling arenas simply because of the excitement she created. That represents more than popularity. It represents lasting influence. The Indiana Fever are constructing a $78 million practice facility for the women's team, fueled largely by the revenue and attention she helped generate. Tourism in Indianapolis rises during Fever game weekends, and local sports websites saw traffic jump more than 500% after she was drafted. This is what a transformational athlete looks like. Someone who fills stat sheets, arenas, television broadcasts, and the dreams of young players. She finished fourth in MVP voting as a rookie, earned All-Star and All-WNBA first-team honors, and became the first rookie since Michael Jordan to average at least 18 points, 5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 2 steals, and a block during a playoff series. And the most important detail? She's only beginning her career. What happens in year 2, year 3, or year 5? That's the question every team executive is asking. She has already reset standards, shattered records, and forced defenses to adapt. Opponents chase her across the court while records continue falling. Yet, the larger story is still developing. How far can she push the game? How high is the ceiling once the world fully recognizes her potential? One thing is certain. This is not the conclusion. It is only the start.